Ayo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10, and what I got for you today, from what you can tell by the title, the thumbnail, what's on the screen for you, I've got my second video of NBA 2K25 Next Gen, and it just happens to be a Stephen, there we go, E-N, not O-N, Stephen Curry point guard build, aka a really dominant small guard build. Now, for those of you who are unaware, currently within 2K, everyone is of the mindset that basically small guards get a lot better attributes, as everyone's seeing. The one thing I will say, the one caveat before we get into this build is, if you're gonna make a small point guard build, do not try run the ones and twos with it, just because you might run into someone like me who will just post you up at like 6'6" and above and just take you under the basket and show you have no interior defense. But if you're making this build to run the 3s, 4s, 5s, trust me, you'll have a lot of fun with it. Now, getting started, Steph Curry, right-handed, jersey number 30, which he wears after what his father used to wear in the NBA. As I said before, we are making the point guard build. He comes in at a height of about 6'2", whilst weighing in at approximately 195 pounds, which obviously boosts our strength and our pulse control, and then we bring the wingspan down to about 6'3". Now, the key reason for going with the 6'3" wingspan on this build is anything higher than that, we can't get a 99 overall when it comes to the three-point jump shot. And as you know, with cap breakers this year, you want to make sure you can get as close to a 99 on the attribute you want, because yeah, they will really help. Now, before we get into the skill breakdown of this build, as per usual, I do have to take a little time out to say thank you to all of you for all the support you have been showing to the channel. First things first, thank you for getting over 50 likes on the Paul George video that we dropped at the start of the cycle. I know it didn't get the usual views that we get on previous seasons of 2K, but at least, I'm so much happy that we had a lot more likes, because it lets me know you guys are enjoying the content and you want to see more stuff like that. Thank you to the people who subscribed. As I said, we are aiming to get to at least 2.5K before the end of the year. And shout out to all of you that dropped comments, as well as hit me up on the Instagram DMs, which is why we're making this build right here. But as promised, I should be making the rarest build video and posting it on Sunday. I have been playing with this build quite a bit, and I will not lie, in Proving Grounds, I have a really good record, mainly because, as I said, I've matched up against guards who are smaller than me, and I'm a forward, so I can just bully them to the rim. And yeah, I'm that dude who takes you to the post right under the basket and scores on you. But as per usual, if you want to see me post it on Sunday, which I most likely will either way, do me a favor, let's get this video to at least 50 likes, and this time I promise we won't divert. We will post the rarest build I have ever seen, because yeah, if you remember the jack of all trades from previous 2Ks, this is like that, except for this build really does do it all. So 50 likes on the video, we'll post that. If you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, as I said before, we are trying to get to 2,500 subs, so please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on. And lastly but not least, this one is the one thing that I hope people do more of. Down below in the comment section, let me know what you think about this Steph Curry build, what other builds you might want to see, as well as any other videos you might want to see on the channel, because I do enjoy interacting with you guys. It's the one way I know how to do what I do. Now, to start off with any Steph Curry build, you got to go to the three-point jump shot. Now, unlike most people, I decided to go with a 97. Now, obviously, you could go all the way to a 99, which gives you, I don't know what the name for red is. I just know Hall of Fame, gold, silver, bronze. I have no idea what red is. I'm thinking it's iridescent or something, but maybe I'm bugging. Anyway, I decided to go with a 97 over a 99, because at a 97, we get all the key badges at Hall of Fame, being Deadeye, Limitless Range, Mini Marksman, and Set Shot Specialist. We do get Shifty Shooter at a higher rank, because firstly, we mess with the agility by putting this all the way up to an 82. Now, from my time playing the game, as you can see, we get Shifty Shooter to Hall of Fame, as we quickly go back to showcase all the three-point badges at Hall of Fame. From my time of playing this game, I do insist, like, a high three-point rating is really beneficial, but another thing is, the game forcing you to have a high agility to get this jumper makes a lot of sense, because with Shifty Shooter, you will be, you know what I'm saying, it improves your ability to make highly difficult shots, which makes a lot of sense if you're highly agile to get into space like Steph is. Now, of course, as we put a 97 three-pointer on this build, we are also wanting to get Chef. Those of you who don't know, there is the Takeover Chef, which of course extends your shooting ability well beyond the three-point line like Steph himself. So to get that, we decided we have to obviously put the ball handling all the way up. We elected to go with a 93 when it came to the ball handle. I know some of you might say, why didn't we go for like a 96? But the issue is, if you look at the attributes right now, just based off of us going 97, 93, the build's already a 92 overall, and the way it looks like the build can't do anything besides shoot. and run around a little bit and dribble, which personally I don't feel is fair for some of the small guards, because again, it makes life a little bit harder for you. So first things first, we reduce one attribute point here, which doesn't really affect anything. With the 93 on the ball handle, we managed to get ankle assassin, handles for days, and of course unpluckable. Then we also boosted the strength all the way up to a 73 to help us with getting physical handles. Again, I'm just going back and forth between the physicals, as well as putting the speed all the way up to about an 85, which helps us with getting gold slippery off ball. Now, the key reasons for making those physical upgrades as well as the ball handle is, one, slippery off ball. If you've seen Steph play, you know when he's not got the ball in his hands, he's running through a million screens and basically creating space for himself. Physical, because we wanted to get that strong handles as high as we could at a gold, which means obviously one-on-one this build is capable of basically dribbling past most people, and you will have a hard time pushing it off the ball. Now, Steph is not one of the strongest, but that does play a key part. When it came to speed with ball, I decided to put this all the way up to an 86 because it gives us gold lightning launch, which of course is explosive when driving to the basket. Steph's not the fastest, but when he does break you, he does get past you to get to the rim and throw up some of the highest arcing floaters you ever see. Pass accuracy decided to go up all the way up to an 85 because he does have the ability of moving the ball around, but right now I would not say that's one facet of his game where everyone's like, yeah, that's the key component. But we did this so that playmaking wise, the build does have the ability to break people down and get its own bucket, but at the same time with the high pass accuracy, you can kick it out and not find yourself in a difficult situation. Now, as I did say, this build should be taken when playing threes and fives. If you're playing fives, you're going to be in the rec or the pro-am, in which case free throws are a thing. So we decided to go with an 86 when it came to the free throw, which obviously means that you will be a sniper from the free throw line like Steph himself. And then, as I said, because this build can shoot and ball handle well, sometimes you might catch yourself going off the dribble. So we decided to go with an 88 when it came to the driving layup, which means you get gold float game at the very least. I would have liked to get something along the lines of physical finisher, but obviously with how we've set up the build with the weight, height, and wingspan, you can't get 75 strength. The maximum you can get is 74. I could improve it by easing up his weight, but really and truly, I'm not too worried about physical finisher, especially if you have float game, which I personally believe will really help get the job done. Now, the next thing to tweak with happens to be the defensive side of his play, where off the rip, you see we're at a 97 overall, so you might think the build doesn't get the ability to play defense, but it does, because first off, we get an 83 when it comes to perimeter defense, which obviously means that we get some of the nicer badges in Silver Challenger, Silver Pick Dodger, as well as Gold Off-Ball Pest and Bronze On-Ball Menace. In my personal opinion, from running the game, On-Ball Menace is one of those badges that if you're not really a heavy offensive guard, you really want this as high as you want, because as I predicted when I made the Paul George build, agility deals with your ability to move laterally, but perimeter defense really does help when you're bumping into people. If you really want to be out, if you guys comment down below and you want to see me drop a how to play defense in this game video, I will tell you and walk you through the process, because really, I believe they've done a great job with how you have to play defense in this game from my few games, just because, yeah, if you aren't good with the sticks, you're getting cooked. But with the last few attribute points we do have as their throwaways, we just quickly slapped them on offensive rebound, which puts it up to a 26. Now, as you can see, this is not one of the best like athleticism builds out there, but it is a Steph Curry build in high playmaking, high shooting, great finishing at the rim when it comes to layups, and a decent enough speed to get around people whilst defensively not being a slouch. Now, in the shades of for this build, we happen to get none other than Jameer Nelson, Trae Young, Steph Curry. I'm slowly starting to feel old because I remember watching Jameer Nelson play when I was a teenager. So hey, it is what it is. The name of the build is a shot creating 3-level threat. Let me know what you think of the build. Again, this is another situation where I feel as though 2K should have made this a two-way, but apparently that's not in the books. But it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content like this, which again, if you do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on. And lastly but not least, down below in the comment section, let me know what other videos you want to see, what you think about the build. Generally, just hit me up in the comments because I do enjoy interacting with you guys. But yeah, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. Hopefully I'll see you guys on an upload on Sunday. Deuces.